Good morning, everyone. This is Lisa from Happytohook Creations. You are viewing podcast number 31. Today is Thursday, March 22nd. Yeah, and I guess today is like the second official day of spring, and it's like 32 degrees outside. For the high, I think it's only going to be about six more degrees today, I'm pretty sure. But hey, the sun's shining, so I'm not gonna complain. It's pretty cool. A little nasal today. It's I've just been fighting whatever I've had between the ear infection and the sinus infection, and then I had an upper respiratory infection. Excuse me. So yeah, I went 3 rounds of antibiotics, and I'm telling my doctor, you're not concerned? I mean, I'm concerned. Whatever this thing is that's going around, it's going to take more than 1 round of antibiotics, I guess, to get over. And, just when I thought I was getting to feel a little bit better, something else would pop up. So I just took my last Z-Pack pill, so we shall see. And I'll be squinting because we took my husband's car yesterday. We went to Springfield, and I took my glasses off to put my prescription sunglasses on. I think I left them in his car. So yeah. So forgive me if I'm going like this or, going like this. Okay, it's not quite so bad, but it's bad enough. Anyway, I actually took notes because I didn't want to forget anything. I've got 2 shout outs to 2 very, very wonderful ladies. One even sent something to me. So I will get to that in just a second. I want to start off by welcoming back all my regular subscribers who have been with me from the beginning. Hello, thank you, and yeah, welcome back, and a huge shout out and thank you, I guess, and warm welcome as well to all my new subscribers. We are vastly approaching that 600 mark, and I've just got such a wonderful surprise that I cannot wait to get to 600. I'm really, really getting excited. So welcome, everyone. All my newbies, thank you so much for bringing me into your home and taking the time to listen to me. This podcast is about crocheting. I guess I'm one of the few that don't knit. I'd love to do it, but one of these days I think I'll be brave enough to try it again. My first and my second attempt just wasn't. Yeah, it was just not good. So, yeah, we've got some good podcasters that do, though. I'm telling you, they knit just as well as they crochet. So they're inspiring me to definitely get on the ball and learn how to knit. So one of these days I'm going to do it. But yeah, so this is knitting, or no, this is knitting. See, I've got knitting on my brain now. This podcast is about crocheting and chat. I actually talk about just about everything, from the weather, my kids, my grandkids. The only thing I really don't talk a lot about is my job. It's a job. It's retail. Has its ups, has its downs. Do I miss being at home? Absolutely. I really, really do. Because, I don't get to see my grandkids as often. I would watch them when, because I wasn't working. And we were foster parents for 9 years. And after the last one left, we decided it was time for me to go to work and save up a little bit more money for retirement. We have 2 grown daughters. Then when we became foster parents, we have 2 children that we adopted. That will be, oh my gosh, will it be 8? Oh my, I think it'll be 6 years. 6 years? In May. The adoption anniversary will be 6 years in May. So we have Nathan and we have Abigail. Nathan is now 18. Abigail is now 11. And they are great. You know, they're good kids. We were extremely blessed to get, to have all the children that we did have coming in and out of our lives. I think it made us, better people. And I just hope and pray that the children that we did have, retain something from being with us for however, the short amount of time or the longer time. We had one that was here for 2 years before he went home. So I hope they took something positive, from being with us. And I do miss it at times. We still get calls every once in a while because our license has not expired yet. But I still feel in my heart that we have made the right decision to just kind of concentrate on my kids and my grandkids and my husband and, everything else that seems to be going on in everyday life. So, so there's that. I definitely want to thank every single one of my viewers who made a comment, my fellow podcasters. Thank you guys so much for your concerns and your prayers and your well wishes for my daughter, Amanda. Okay, so she had an overnight stay in the hospital, and that went really well. She went home the next day. She was sore. That was normal. She couldn't drive for 2 weeks, and then she's got 4 to 6 weeks full recovery. Well, she had her surgery on Wednesday the 7th, went home on the 8th. And after my last podcast, I can't even remember when that was. I know it's been a little over a week. 2 of her incisions came loose. Yeah, they just used the glue because it was done by a robot. The robot so she's got 2 incisions on the right side of her abdomen and 2 incisions on the left side. They didn't bandage it or anything. They just, like I said, they just glued it shut. Well, 2 came loose, so we took her back to the doctor. They put antibiotic ointment. They fixed that problem and bandaged those 2 up. And guess what happened? Yes, the other 2 came loose. And they're like, the good thing is they're not infected. They're healing really well. But I kind of had to get on her and her husband because she's obviously doing too much. The doctor said, I just want you to get up and go to the bathroom and then come back and rest. So between working, my job, my husband's working, my son-in-law, and my in-laws, we've been kind of making sure that she doesn't overdo it. Excuse me. So it's been it's been almost a full week now since that happened. And she is doing much, much better. She is my child out of the 4 that cannot sit still. And she's going to be 28. And she just has to go all the time. And, it's funny how they're that old and you just kind of I yelled at her. I'm like, what are you doing? You were told that you have to sit still and you were only allowed to get up and go to the restroom. We've got everything here. We made sure she had yarn because she crochets, and then she taught herself how to knit. The TV remote, everything she has access to is, on her chaise, in her living room that's attached to the end of her couch. So I'm telling her, what are you doing? Do you want to go back to the hospital? I mean, what's going on? And she's like, Mom, I'm just going nuts. And I'm like, I understand that. But Mama Bear's telling you, you better knock it off. So we had a nice little chat. And yeah, she behaved herself after that. So she was actually able to drive yesterday. It was a little hard for her because, a lot of people, you just don't realize the stomach muscles that you use just in turning your car and everything. But she survived it. Hold on, my Coco, you doing all right over there? It's one of my dogs. Yeah, so she's doing much better. And anyway, yeah, incisions are healing up fine. She went back. I've got dry eyes, and my eyes are watering like crazy today. And it's usually not as noticeable because I usually have my glasses on. But anyway, she's doing much better. Thank you, everyone who sent me even personal message to just make sure that she was doing okay and that it wasn't life-threatening. Just thank you. It's nice to have, a group of people and who I've never even met who sent prayers and our concerns for our daughter. So thank you. Thank you very much for that. Okay, let's see. I also had to mention, she crocheted, and she does crochet. She saw a pair of crocheted slippers on Facebook, and sorry about that. My dog was stuck in between, her crate, and we have a microwave in a box for my son because he's moving out this weekend. So yeah, sorry. So anyway, excuse me. They sent me a message to Facebook and asked me if I could crochet these slippers. They were just house slippers, but crocheted. But she wanted them in a specific color. Well, I was actually working on a couple of my orders for my Etsy shop, so I forwarded it to it sounded weird, to Amanda, and she made the cutest pair of slippers. She posted it on Facebook, and then she got 2 more orders for them. So now she's being busy. Now she's definitely doing some stuff. So yeah, I thought that was super cute. So once they're completed, I'm hoping that she's going to be my special guest on my next podcast, because I would love for her to show them to you. And let you guys see what she's done, what she's been up to, and the materials that she used and what she thought about the pattern. So we'll see. So be thinking about that, because I would love to have her on here and show you have her show you what she's been doing. Okay. So in my last podcast 30, I had a cake. Where is it? I can't find anything. I was working on an item, and the cake was coming apart, and I was like, man, it was driving me nuts because I believe it was a sweet roll. It might have been a CARON cake. I'm not 100%, but I know it was like a cake yarn that I was using. And it was coming unraveled at the bottom, so I had to constantly push it up to, make it fit around. And I was getting a little disappointed in the fact that it kept doing that. So one of my viewers, and I've got her paper here. I did have her paper here. You'd think I'd be prepared. Oh, I think she goes by Bearded Wind Socks. I will look it up, and I will put the description below. But her name is Tammy Chevalier, and she made me, bless her heart, and sent to my home a cake holder, a yarn holder. And she saw this on Yarn Joy podcast. Terry was showing it off. And I think I remember seeing that, but it didn't even dawn on me that, I could have made one. So Tammy, I just want to say that I was totally giddy when I got this package, because it's so awesome that was such a nice thing that you did. So thank you very much. So guys, this is what it is. This is how it looks. She's got the bottom there, and it's got a drawstring. Okay. So let me open it up, and I'm going to get something I'm working on, and you just fit it right inside here like so. Okay. Oh, I've got it a little wonky, just like that. And so as you're working on it, and as it's getting smaller, you just, ta-da! Isn't that just the neatest thing? I love this. I love this so much. So Tammy Chevalier, that is her name. And I know she goes by, on Instagram, I think it's Bearded something, but I'm going to put it down in the description box below. Thank you so much. Very, very cool. And I've got another shout out to Zelda. She sent me a message about, I showed this little guy in my last podcast. And I was telling you, I got this at at Michael's, and it's a little topper. Is what it's called. And you're supposed to crochet the hat. I mean, you're supposed to make a hat with the yarn. Well, I didn't do that. I didn't want to make yarn. I thought a lovey would be really cute. Well, she had this wonderful, awesome, amazing idea to start in the center with, I think she says you chain like 36 around a hair tie and just an elastic hair tie, right? And then make your granny square from that. So that she went and bought a stuffed animal. Someone had asked her about making them a lovey. She just got a cute little stuffed animal, a full-bodied stuffed animal. And then you open it up in the middle because it's got an elastic and put it right over the head. Instant lovey. Wow. Girl, that is such an awesome idea. So when I am done using up what I've done, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to show it in my next podcast. It was just amazing. And thank you so much for your kind words. That was really sweet. And I've watched 2 of your videos already. Loving your energy. We would get along so great. I just think you're so awesome. And we also have a love of Jack. I absolutely love Jack Skellington. So yeah, you and I are gonna have to get together and talk. And I watched the video where Randy sent you your package. Yeah. So anyone who wants to know what I'm talking about, you need to check out Zelda. It's Zelda NRJ3. Check that video out. You'll know what I'm talking about. So awesome. So Zelda, thank you very much. Tammy, thank you very much. Okay. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Now, I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, I also wanted to tell Ella I'm glad that she's feeling better. She had strep throat, had never had it before, and it really knocked her for a loop. Totally understand, Ella. So glad that you're up and running and feeling better. I saw that you've got another podcast up. I will be watching that this week. So, hi, and glad you're feeling better. I have been watching someone new. His name is Zach Stout, and I believe he goes by Stout Stitch, the Stout Stitch. I'll put that link below as well. He has an awesome craft room. The master bedroom was turned into a craft room. Yeah, I'm just loving that. I mean, and I have a craft room, but y'all have seen, you've seen my yarn, right? A master bedroom would be so awesome. Yeah, so I've been watching him, and he is just, I love his energy. So you definitely need to check him out. And my last one that I just started watching, if I haven't mentioned her before, Hooked on Owls. And she knits and crochets, and I think she does something else too, but I know she can do both as well. She's got 5 children, which just, I love that, because you guys all know I'm the 4th oldest of 11, so big families are my thing. I love it. And she has an Abby. I think her Abigail is, I believe she said she's 8 or 9, so, and my Abby is 11. So anyway, definitely check her out, and check out Zach as well. Okay, let's see. Yes, I went to, yeah, we are going to get to crocheting, I promise. But I've got all this stuff written down, so I just want to, before I forget, I want to just share everything with you. Now, everyone was also commenting because I am diabetic, and I am almost 7 months in now from my knee replacement surgery. So I finally had my appointment. I should have had it earlier, but I had the flu when I was supposed to have it done the last time. So the knee is doing fantastic. I've lost a little bit of weight, which is awesome. And also all my numbers from 7 months ago now, because it was before my surgery, right before. If you've been following me from the beginning, you know that I had an issue with my blood sugar being high, and I needed to fix that problem or they wouldn't do the surgery. So, yeah, I got lots of great ideas, from cinnamon tea to cinnamon supplements and keto dieting and low carb dieting, just a bunch of stuff. Excuse me. And I took little tidbits from, you know, everyone who was so gracious enough to, leave me messages and let me know what worked for them. And it obviously worked because they did the surgery. And so now, 7 months later, every single number that was high 7 months ago, all low. Woo! They're all low. Even my A1C dropped it a full point, guys. A full point. I mean, my doctor was just, she's like, whatever it is that you're doing, you keep it up because this is wonderful. These are your best numbers yet. And so there you go. So I just wanted to share that with you because you guys are the ones who, were praying for me and, give me suggestions. So for that, I thank you. And I wanted to let you know that everything's going great. So ta-da. Now, let's get into crocheting, shall we? I have several whips. So I actually only have, I don't know how many I have. I've got several. I'm moving my little guy here because I don't want to include him because I finished him last week. Okay, so I do have several whips, just little things. For some reason, I just wanted to work on a bunch of stuff, and I saw some other things, and Easter's coming up, so yeah, I wanted to finish some stuff and start some others. So my first whip, these are whips, my first whip is a circular vest, and this will be for my granddaughter Jordan. And I am going to take my cake out of my cake holder. I will be using Premier Sweet Roll, and this color, oh, here comes the squinting. Hold on, let's see. Pixie Pop. So this is Pixie Pop. These are the colors that Jordan picked out, and I just started it. So this is all I got done. But it's, like I said, it's the circular vest, and I don't have the pattern printed up, but the pattern is from the Lavender Chair. So it is a free pattern. So definitely check that out. And this is already really cool. It's got like, I don't know, like gray. It almost looks gold. I don't know if you can see the little flecks of color that are already in there, right there. But she really liked it. So that's what she's going to have as soon as I get that taken care of. So I'll be working on it this weekend. So yeah, Lavender Chair, circular vest. So that's one. I'll put that over there out of the way. That's my first one. My second one is this cute little guy. You already saw the cat, and I bought, they had 4, 5, 6 animals. I bought all 6. So this is a little dog, and I'm making a lovey. So this is as far as I've gotten so far. And I've got this much left. So I don't have his head tied up very well because I'm probably gonna go over, because this is like dead center, but I think I'm gonna go over maybe one on either side, one full stitch over to kind of secure it a little bit better, so so that his head doesn't flop around. But you know what? It's such a soft, plush little hat or head. I don't really think it matters, but I just want it good and secure. And it's so cute. And it's the little puppy dog one. So, whip number 2. All right, let me put that there. All right. Let's see what's in my cool bag that I got from Terry during our swap. Yeah, I had someone, speaking of which, I had a few ask about a swap. We don't have any rules or guidelines or anything. We just did a craft swap with items that we like. We told each other, what colors we liked, what, like I like Star Wars. She liked Star Wars. I love Star Trek as well. I love hearts. She also, as you remember, she made me this cute little heart project bag as well. I haven't sewn anything in a while, as you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about that, but she's definitely inspired me to get it out and get something done. But, I love to crochet, so I crocheted her a bag and, some washcloths and stuff. So I basically, what I get out of a craft swap is maybe crocheting a couple of items of your own, from your own hands that you send to someone, and then just a few other fun, quirky items, a book, you know, a keychain, just something. But I think it should definitely be a swap of your craft. So like, I would love to swap with someone who knits. Knit me something. I would love it. I don't care what it is. You want to do a swap with me? Just let me know. Send me a message and I will crochet something for you. Maybe in the colors that you love. It could be a dishcloth. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. And we don't have to go all out and make a bunch of, just, you know, some fun items. I think if we're going to be a community over YouTube and, you know, making comments about each other and everyone is just so nice. And you know, everyone does a craft, and the crocheting and the knitting, although I don't knit, I would definitely love to get something that's knitted. I mean, no kidding. I would love it. I think knitting is amazing. I just got to, you know, maybe I'll get there. Maybe I won't. But yeah, so well, don't all bombard me all at once. But yeah, I would love to do a swap. Just hit me up, guys. Let me know, because it was fun. It was so much fun. And it's nice to get something in the mail that was sent and made or picked just for you. That just makes it really special, and it gives you such a nice connection with the person on the other end. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So okay, back to whips. So this is whip number 3 in my nice little project bag that I love so much. And I am using mandala in Centaur, and it is another triangle shawl. The first one, I frogged it and started over. I didn't like how it looked. And I had forgotten, you know, when you do your 3 half double crochets, sometimes you chain 1 and then move over and then do another group of 3. Okay, so when I started the other one, the reason I had to take it out was because apparently I was not chaining 1 the last couple of rows, and I'm like, man, this thing is puckering. What's going on? And then I just got mad, and so I just took it all apart and started over. So now I know, yeah, not chaining 1, just doing it. I'm using a larger hook. I'm using this is a 3-ply. If anyone's worked with mandala yarn, it is a 3-ply yarn, not a 4. And I like, since it's such a nice lightweight, I didn't want it to be tight stitched. I just wanted it to be something good and open and kind of flowy. And so I am using a J hook for this instead of, you know, an F, a G, or an H. So I'm using a J hook, and this is whip number, I don't know, 3 or 4. Anyway, maybe 3. So it's working up. I like the colors. I've worked with Centaur before several times. I made my urban chic shrug in this for my neighbor, and she absolutely loves it. She wanted neutral colors. This was it. So let's get that back in my project bag. Ta-da. Okay, now this project bag, let's see what's in here. I can't even remember. Oh yeah, this I was pretty excited with. And I'll make sure when I'm editing to put the descriptions, links, everything that you guys need to get all this stuff. So I watch Crystal from Bag a Day Crochet, and she is amazing. And I wanted to crochet a sock because, you know, again, I don't knit. So I wanted to find something that would be quick to work up, that I could make a pair of socks for Abigail. So she picked CARON Simply Soft Baby Brights because it goes with one of her outfits that we bought at Justice. You know, only her favorite shop ever. So this is what I have done so far. I'm just now working on the heel part, and this is using oh my gosh, a G hook. This is using a G hook. So you start by making the top part of the sock, front and back post, alternating of course, and then several rows of single crochet, and then you start your heel, and then I'll finish the rest of it. And it's a tutorial on YouTube. And like I said, her name is Crystal, and it's called Bag a Day Crochet. And I'll put the link below. But yeah, I think it's coming out pretty good. I wish I could knit because I know knitted socks are just, I think they're just awesome. So yeah, So I'm thinking this crochet or this craft swap thing, I love socks, all colors. I love them, love them, love them. So hint, hint. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. I don't think it's looking too bad. So yeah, I think it'll be fun. And hopefully they'll fit her and she'll love it. So that's another whip. I think that's whip number 4. All right. Now, this next whip is in order. It will be going to Australia. I just get so excited. So yeah, another dot to add on my map that my husband bought me for my room. So I have a mermaid tail outfit that's on my Etsy shop. And the funny thing is I wasn't even going to list it because a really, really good friend of mine, Roxy, had just had another grandchild, a little girl, who is now almost 2. So it's been a while. And so when you look on my Etsy shop, the baby that's modeling this outfit, that's my friend's granddaughter. And so I put it turned out so great that I listed it on Etsy. And excuse me, I sell it all the time. So far, this is another whip because I've just finished the waist part. I do the waist in a front and back post, alternating again. And then I'm going to have ribbon going around here tied in the front. And so I still have to, of course, add the tail. But once the tail is done and the drawstring part to tighten it if it needs to be tightened, this is complete. I only make a newborn size. So this is it. And please don't ask me for a pattern. I just whipped it up. I just wanted to, and it took me a while. I didn't write it down. I wanted it to look like a mermaid tail. I wanted it to start small and kind of work its way up, widening. So just, several rows of increases. The first 2 that I made, I didn't really like. So I just kept tweaking it until I got it just right. So when you get the baby in there, it's a nice, her little feet are there. It looks super, super cute. So, and I also do a hot pink top with a turquoise flower in the middle, and then a headband with a white flower. And they look adorable. Like I said, I only make this in newborn size. This color is it turquoise? Yes. I believe it's turquoise, and it's Red Heart Super Saver. And the pink that I use I don't have, but it's Red Heart yarn. So another whip. And like I said, this one will be going to Australia. I'll be finishing this one tonight and sending that off. So I think that's whip number 4 or 5. I don't think I have one more. I also do adult size mermaid tails, and she picked the colors herself. And this is what I have so far because I just started it last night. So this is the bottom. So this is where the tail is going to be sewn on. And the tail's going to be pretty bad. The tail's pretty big. So that's the tail part. And then this is what I have so far. I've got a long way to go because it's going to be 5 feet long. But I'm using Red Heart Super Saver Bonbon. That's the color for that. And it's just a V-stitch using a P-hook. That's it. And I just go, I like the way that, because when it's completely done, the effect is that it, kind of looks like scales, maybe. I don't know. It's mermaidy. I just like the way it looks. So, yeah. So, like I said, there's the bottom. And I did the bottom in a round. I changed like 18 and see how I just went all the way around. And that's how I've been doing it. And then you just add on when it gets wide enough. So I've got 2 more rows of increases, and then it'll just go up from there. And once it reaches, it's going to be 5 feet, but about halfway up, I stop and then it's open because it's a blanket. So it's not the kind that goes to your waist. It's the kind that goes all the way up, which is why it's 5 feet long. And it's for a very petite woman. She's not even 5 feet tall. I believe she's 4'11", 4'10", 4'11"-ish. But yeah, she really, really loved the bonbon color because it had 3 of her favorite colors, which are purple, blue, and pink. So this is the color. This is the color that she picked out. So there it is. All right. I think, I hope that that's my last whip, guys. Nope, I have one more. I told you I've been doing a lot. It's just crazy stuff. Okay, so this is one that I've showed already. I believe it was my last podcast, and this is my Star Wars project bag. I need like 20 project bags just to hold everything that I've got. Okay, so in one of my podcasts, I don't know if it was 29 or 30, I was showing you this, okay, where is it? This shawl that I had started. And I'm looking for the paper because I did print this one up. It is called Cookies and Cream Shawl, and it's supposed to be made with 1 ball of CARON cakes, and this is the pattern from Yarn Inspirations. So I think you can, hold on, let me see if you can get a good idea there. So there's that. Now, I didn't want to use a CARON cake because I had this really pretty yarn from, it's Yarn Bee Urban Chic, and the color is Berry. And I just really, really loved the color. So that's what I wanted to make. And I put a stitch marker. The stitch marker is where I was the last time I showed you guys what I had done. So this is, and there's the stitch marker. And so this is how much more I've completed since then. And it's turning out really nice. The colors are just amazing. This is the one that I said I'd probably keep for myself because it's just gorgeous. So I do like it. So I've got it, and I will use the entire ball of this. And like I said, I'll put that below, but it's called Cookies and Cream Shawl. And I think it's because of the CARON cakes that it used. But so you can use anything you want. But the pattern it's very, very fast. I'm really surprised I haven't, well, I know I haven't finished it because I'm doing 50 trillion things at once, but I like having lots of things to do because that just pushes me. I like to push myself a little bit more and a little bit more to get, to get it done. Yeah. And this was just one sitting. So there's the stitch marker. So this is how much I've done from the stitch marker there and then right here. So yeah, it works up really fast, and this is a V-stitch. So, and I'm using an H-hook for that one. So let me put this back in my Star Wars bag. And that, my dears, is the end of my whips. And I only, okay, there went my hook bag. I'll pick that up later. And it's starting to smell really good in here. I've got a huge crock pot full of beef stew. It's starting to really smell in the house. So I love it. So yeah, I only have 3 completed objects. That's it. So now we're on to FOs, guys. I made a dishcloth for St. Pat's, and I also wanted to make some for my son because, as I said, he's moving out, and he really liked the color. Green is like one of his favorite colors. So I used, I guess, Crafter's Secret, and it is, give me a second, focus, vintage green something or other. I know it says vintage green. I can't make out that last one. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, I'll put it down at the bottom. But anyway, it's Crafter's Choice, and I'm making him dishcloths. So here's the first one. And this is the only one I've gotten out of here. I haven't done any more, but man, it just won't let go. So there it is. And he likes this stitch. I showed him I do them in different stitches, from a single stitch to the seed stitch, the sedge stitch, the same ones that I've been showing, because I just like the way they look. They look really nice. They work up quick. They're good and flexible. And I think he will probably want me. He likes for me to make these with a little bit of the scrubby yarn for like exfoliating. Excuse me. He had, like most teenagers when he was younger anyway, now he doesn't. But, when he had his little bout of acne, he did not like it at all. But he wanted something to scrub his face with. So I just made, I think the tulle, the kind that messes up your fingers. And you got when you were first making scrubbies before the scrubby yarn came. And I mixed that with cotton yarn for him. So now that we have scrubby yarn, he has his, he uses them up, and then when they just get so ratty and gross, he's like, Mom, make me some more of those face scrubbies. So he was my first face scrubby client, I guess, and he absolutely loves them. So I will probably make him a few of these to go with this. Although he likes green, you know what he told me his bathroom's gonna be? And this is so typical of my son, Batman themes. Yeah, so more to come. I am actually looking for a graph for a washcloth to make a Batman logo for dishcloths for washcloths for his bathroom. That would be super cool, right? So yeah, and so it's gonna be black and yellow, of course, and Batman themed. That's what he wants. So that's my first FO. My second one is this that I was working on. Let me look, because this is a CARON cake. I was on a shawl kick, so I didn't even finish this one. I started the one with the berry, and then I saw this other one, and I thought, oh, I gotta make that. So that's what I did. Yeah, so I'm just telling you. So this was made with CARON cake, fruit cake. That's the color. That's the colorway. And so this is what it looks like. And it's the same shawl as the one I'm using, the cookies and cream shawl. But like I said, you can use any color you want. So I did. And this is made with one full cake called fruit cake. And as you can see, I just used basic shell stitch for the edging. And it just turned out, just love the colors. The colors are awesome. So this will be donated. I don't wear a lot of shawls at all. So we have a domestic shelter here called Dove, and I've already given some of my hats to the homeless. So now I'm going to give some stuff to Dove. I've got because it's just for kids and women. So women and children. So I thought this would be, something that would be nice. Hopefully they like these colors. Not everybody not everybody likes bright colors like I do, but aren't those really neat? And it just worked up great. I love CARON. I know a lot of crafters don't like the quick color change from one to the other. I don't mind it at all. I think it looks really neat. So yeah. So there you have it. That's FO number 2. This is my last one. I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, woman. But it's another shawl, and it's another one skein or one cake. And this one is made with Yarn Bee, their Yarn Bee cake from Hobby Lobby. And this is called Jelly Pop. Okay, and this is called the CARON Cakes COWL. Say that 5 times. The CARON Cakes COWL by Bee Hooked Crochet, and she can be found on YouTube as well, and I'll put that link in the bottom. And this, like I said, this is called Jelly, and this is Yarn Bee, so this is a Hobby Lobby brand. So here it is. I did not have enough to actually make the tassels, because you're supposed to put a tassel here and here in the center, and then of course on this end. but this took up almost I had just a little, I don't have it, but I had just a little ball left. And if you notice in the center, do I have it on the right side? Because the center has, it's probably this side. Yeah. Right in the middle, as you can see right there, is a puff stitch. So there's an alternating puff stitch all the way down to the center here. So I have to go back to Hobby Lobby because I looked through all my yarn, and these are really, really bold, bright, vibrant colors. And so my plain color yarn that I have, they just don't do it justice. So I'm just going to go back to Hobby Lobby and get another cake or roll of this jelly for the tassels, because and again, this will be donated. I just wanted to see how it worked up, and it was Happytohook Crochet, and I did it in just a couple hours, so it's really quick. It works up very fast. And this one I used an eye hook. So I used an eye hook on this one, and like I said, I just sat down, watched, what were we watching? I think this is, I should call this my Harry Potter one. We go through Harry Potter in this house like crazy. Sometimes on a weekend, we'll sit down and we'll start right from the first one all the way up to the 8th movie. And sometimes we'll just go, okay, which one should we watch? So this one was done watching Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. So there you go. And that completes my finished objects. I do have a few acquisitions that I wanted to show you. Some that I had forgotten to show you. When I went to Michael's, I told you guys about the little toppers, and I know that I hadn't shown you yet. So there were 5. I thought there were 6. So I showed you the cat. I showed you the dog. Here is the frog. Isn't he cute? Love the colors that he came with. Can't wait to do that, Lovey. And then we have a hippo. The paper fell off, but there's a little hippo. Loving those colors as well. And then this one is Amanda wanted this one, and she's like 27, guys. But she collects pandas, so and we call her Panda Bear. But isn't that cute? So all 3 are going to be turned in to Lovey's like this and put on my shop. So there you go. I thought they were really, really cute. Little toppers available at Michael's. All right. And then, I got fabric fuse, totally unrelated, but my husband is having an issue with his, he has the Velcro on his jacket that he wears all the time. It's coming apart. So I figured we put that, we'll see. Hopefully it'll work. But I needed to get Coco, or is that Bear? My dogs are being goofy today. They're never noisy. A pom-pom maker. I have 2 already, but I wanted some little ones. So my daughter Amanda is making doll clothes, her Barbie dolls for her daughter Jordan. And I thought this would be cute for her. So that's why I purchased this one. And I think this would be really cute to accessorize on little baby hats or something. I'll see what I can do with it. But I used my 60% off coupon for the day, so it's a little bit of nothing. So I had to get that. And let's see. I also found some yarn that I purchased. Vanna's Choice in the color, I think it's pumpkin. Hold on. It's one of the ones I use all the time. Rust. It's rust. So do you see this beautiful, beautiful color? I use this to make my gingerbread hats. So yeah, they had 4 skeins left and I bought them all. At Joann's, they're discontinued. They were red clearanced and they were $2 a skein. So I bought the last 4 that they had because these will make my gingy hats at Christmas time. So isn't that beautiful color? You know, this might make a really pretty shawl or something for fall mixed in with some other colors. I just think it's gorgeous, but yeah, that's what I use it for. So that, my lovelies, that is it. I am going to go make me some tea because I'm out. I'm gonna go have some lunch with my daughter, Amanda, before I head off to work. So you guys have an absolutely fabulous day. And hopefully I'll get Amanda to come and sit with me for a little while in a couple of days. As soon as, it won't take me a week to finish all of these. So, excuse me, especially the mermaid. When I get that done tonight or tomorrow, I'll do a quick video to show you guys how it looks and anything else that I might have finished that day. But that is it. I'm expecting a box from Hobby Lobby. I actually got it for both of my girls, Jessica and Amanda both. They had yarn for 30% off, and they had items that were not in the store that I purchased online with free shipping. So should be here in the next couple of days. So once it gets here, as well as showing you some of the items that I finished, I'll show you guys some of that yarn that's coming. So we're working on a project together as mother and daughters. So I'm really excited. Abigail will be included in this, although she does not crochet, she does loom. So I purchased some items for her as well, and we'll be going over that. I think that is it. Other than make sure you hit the like button, share this video, get me up to 600. You will be happy when you do. I've got a great surprise for you guys once I hit 600. It is going to be a giveaway, but not, I don't know if it's a regular giveaway. It's just something that I haven't seen done, but I'm going to do it. So, so we shall see what happens. All right. So you guys have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for listening to me. And again, you can find me on, excuse me, gosh, this is now becoming a problem. You can find me on Instagram and Pinterest as Happytohook. You can find me on Facebook as Happy and then the number 2 Hook. But I also have, I just did a Facebook group called Happytohook Creations Crochet Group. So please join. I would love to see what you guys are working on. I put free patterns up there, pictures of stuff that I'm working on, and just, everyday goofy stuff that's crochet related. So hit me up. I love you guys for watching. Thank you so much. And I'll see you when I see you. Happy hooking.